Welcome to Zinzino. I'm assuming you've become a partner with us, and this primer is about the first 120 days on the Fast Start program, because there are certain qualifications that you get within this 120-day period that don't continue beyond it if you haven't achieved them. Don't worry too much. This is not difficult to do, but it does demand a bit of application and effort on your part in order to make this happen. And that's what I want you to understand, and what you need to understand in order to take advantage of the program overall. So first of all, you will have chosen your kit. I'm going to talk about the Ultimate Partner Kit throughout this. The reason being that it's the biggest kit, it gives you the biggest number of products, it's the biggest discount you get across the kits as well, and it offers you a couple of things that are important. First thing you'll notice at the base of this slide is kits include ECB for the first 120 days. That's the length of the Fast Start program. ECB stands for Enrollment Credit Bonus. You get an enrollment bonus every time you bring on a new customer or partner, but it's doubled during this 120-day period or until you have achieved 10 customer subscriptions. Now, I should mention at this point that a customer subscription doesn't mean a person, it means the number of products on subscription. So I could be a customer of yours and be using or deciding to have utilized 4 different products, therefore I become 4 customers. It's the products that matter, not the customer physically. So towards your 125, you could probably do that with 5 or 6 people who are choosing to use multiple products. So it becomes a relatively straightforward thing to do. The refund campaign applies to those who found 25 Premier customers within their first year. So it's not within 120 days, but it is within the first year itself. A lot of people find the 25 within the 120 days, and actually it's not too difficult to do if you're actively sharing the potential with those around you, people you know and people they know. So it's not a difficult thing to actually achieve, and you get this refund campaign that pays you the whole price back in month 13, having achieved those 25. First thing you'll have done is to have selected your auto order. $79 a month is the basic, I guess, the basic price of having access to the whole system that Zinzino's created, the website in the multiple languages in the multiple countries, allowing you to sponsor and to help customers in those places, well over 100 places where we could drop ship. So it's low cost effectively, but you can get that by helping 4 people get their product, then you can get that for free. Then that's 4 customers first. So first the numbers that are important. Find 4 Premier customers. Now very often partners are their own best customers, because you get onto one product, you get onto 2 or 3 in order to support your own needs. So you can easily become your own best customer, and in that sense you get this very, very quickly. There are 2 parts or 2 sides to the way the plan works. Firstly is the customer side, where you're finding your customers, your 25 customers that you need. You get rising cash bonuses based on the number of people who are in you've brought on with subscriptions. As you can see, up to 24 here, it's a 10% cash bonus. That's not setting the world alight, but it's a reward for having achieved it. You also get a Fast Start bonus of $115, and which is useful to have. But it starts to get more interesting once you go beyond the 25 customers. So the Ultimate Partner Kit, the refund, and this, once you've reached them, doubles your cash bonus. So it literally doubles the income from this side of the plan overnight. There's the monthly bonus. There's also what we call Z Rewards. They are a loyalty program the company has put in place to give you a back office option to perhaps try some product you wouldn't ordinarily have throughout the rest of the range, because Zinzino wants you to experience all these things, because some of those might be relevant to your customers. There is, of course, the loyalty refund, and you qualify for ECB, as mentioned on the first slide, enrollment credit bonus, the full enrollment credit bonus going forward, and what's called the recurring credit bonus, which is paid on the subscription income from all of those customers that you already have through that you've brought in, and those in your team have also brought in. So this literally doubles your income across the whole of the subscription base right throughout your organization. So if you've already built a number of partners with teams of customers underneath them, then that entire universe of customers comes into your pay line. So this is a really, really powerful place to be. It opens up the entirety of the plan for you to make as much money as is available in it. The next step up is what we call Pro Team. That now carries a 25% cash bonus, around $230 a month, 115 rewards, Z rewards, as you can see, that stays static more or less. And of course, then above 100, the company says, well, now we're going to give you 30% cash bonus. So it's a graduation to give you that incentive to keep bringing on customers. Zinzino's whole thesis is customers make paydays possible. The more customers you have, the more you make from that direct relationship. But also the more rewards you make, because as you can see, increasing cash bonus, but also at this point, the company's saying this is really, really good. We're very pleased with this. It's unusual, not huge numbers of people make that level. So we're going to give you $11,500 over 25 months. So you have to keep it at 100 or better. And that's paid at $460 a month, in addition to the 30% cash bonus and any other team bonuses you might be getting. So it's this very significant income increase. And now you're hitting around just over $9,000 a year, excluding the one-time bonus and excluding any additional incomes coming from your team. So last at this level is Top Team 200. You get all the other bonuses you do for being at 100, but actually then on top of that, you qualify for the director trip. So you qualify to go wherever that director trip is. We're in 2025 early. Next month is the director trip to Phuket in Thailand. Next year, it's already planned to be in Bali. So these are really good aspirational destinations for people to achieve. And at this level, it's around a $20,000 a year income, and it adds a significant amount more, or another 575 or thereabouts dollars a month for every 100 people thereafter. So if you're a practitioner or you've got a big customer base, this can be a very lucrative way of building an organization. And I term that advisedly, because organization is what you do underneath all this, because it leverages your business. What I mean by that is that your own effort is you get paid essentially on the career plan side, as I've just illustrated. The leverage side is where you're bringing in partners in order to do a similar thing to you. They're wanting to build a business for themselves as well. And that team effort eventually takes on a scale that eclipses your own effort, which is a good thing, because it means that your entire income is not dependent on your efforts. So it changes from a linear income to a residual income in part. I'm not saying you shouldn't work. Of course you should. You always go out finding new blood. That makes sense. But that ultimately, the leverage plan is the bit that gives you the biggest income. So how does that work? Well, we touched on Z for free. Well, that we also call Q Team. It means you're qualified for the Z for free program. Now, the Fast Start program says you need to do that within your first 30 days in order to get the bonus that we're going to give you for doing it. And this is in addition to the volume bonus, the cash bonus, and so on. So if you like, it's quite significant, because it's a bonus that doesn't happen if you don't complete it within your first 30 days of being a partner. And that gives you $115. So for a little effort, get yourself for customer subscriptions, there's $115 in the bag. Second thing is, of course, you get your free auto order. So you're not spending out the $79 on the auto ship. You are spending out some shipping, but that's all. So it's a very significant and relatively straightforward thing to achieve in a really quick period of time. Vast majority of partners who come in that I know of, and I certainly work with, achieve that well within the first week, because you can, as I said earlier, you can be your own best customer. So the second part of the Fast Start is enrolling 2 people, partners, within the first 60 days. Now, I always describe this as you share with everybody you know. So you write your list up, you reach out to the connections you already have, and you share both things. You share the product in order to share the business, and share the business in order to share the product. And the side effect of the two things is you bring in customers and you bring in partners. And the thing is, again, from my experience, you really don't know which way people are going to jump when you start to expose both sides of the equation to them. But it is our role to do that. So the faster we do that, the faster these plan requirements can get met. And this can be done in a very short period of time, finding your two, if you're actively out finding new customers and partners early on within your Zinzino career. So we're looking for two people, and we're looking for one on either side of your business, A and B. And there are enrollment points that come with each of the packs I described. An ultimate partner kit, which is the basis of the 300 credits for each of these, as you see here, counts as 3 enrollment points. So we go A and B, that gives you 6. That qualifies you for the 2 enrollees. That needs to be done within the first 60 days to take advantage of these next bonuses I'm going to describe in a second. The advanced partner kit carries 2, and the basic partner kit carries only 1. So you could, in effect, find 6 partners on a basic kit. That would still give you your 6, and it would qualify you for this. But instead of 2 partners, you would end up with 6. Well, there's leverage in that itself, because if they're serious and active partners, they could very easily leverage more partners and more customers than just the 2 would do. However, we base it on that ultimate partner kit because it makes the model simpler. That's a bonus of $460, in addition to the volume bonuses and so on. So we'll take care of that as we go forward. That's a sensible amount of money to have. You can do that easily within the first 30 days. Then we are going to help those two, A and B, to enroll 2 of their own within the 90 days. So we'll have helped them find their 4 customers. We'll have helped them to then find their 2 partners. So they're a little duplicating unit beginning to happen. They're doing what you've done with the help and guidance of your sponsor and the upline in order to take advantage of this, in order to get these bonuses. So we're looking to help A get C and D, and B to get E and F. Those 4 together, 4 ultimate partner kits, adds up to 12 enrollment points. Now actually it doesn't matter whether all those enrollment points come from A and B, or whether you're putting people in down underneath them, because remember, you only have the 2 lines of business. So anybody else that you bring on as the side effect of your own activity, you would tuck in under A or under B, depending on which is most advantageous to you. So C and E might be your sponsored partners, but the requirement for the fast starts for A and B are that they find 2. So they've still got that imperative. So, but it doesn't matter in terms of your bonuses as the top partner. And that brings you another $1,380. So you can see now we're beginning to get some significant numbers. And this is the time that Zinzino gives you is 90 days to add all these together. But actually, if you're, again, as I say, if you're focused and you're working at it, this is doable in 30 days as well. So let's go to the next step, and that is what I called X Team. It's called X Team, which is 10 customer subscriptions, and that needs to be done within the 120 days. Again, I come back to the base principle, which is if you're active and sharing, and you will have been doing this anyway, these 10 would have automatically happened during that period simply by the other activity that you're undertaking. So that's not particularly a difficult thing to have achieved either. So those 10, and that brings you another $173. When we start, so Q Team, enrolled 2, help your 2 to enroll 2, gone X Team, total potential fast start income, $2,128. However, there are some other incomes to be taken into account: the cash bonus, the team commission, the enrollment bonus, and the new title bonuses, adding all up to $2,875. That's pretty good, especially if you do it within a bit more rapidly than the 120 days. If you can squeeze that into the 30 or the 60, then this becomes a much more significant amount of money. So I should explain the titles you've already achieved as well, because this relates to the building blocks of the business itself in terms of the compensation plan. So you've gone Q team, you got your 4, you've gone X team, got your 10. You've also gone bronze, which is the first step along the partnership ladder. And then you've gone to silver, which is the second step and actually forms the basic building block of the entire plan. It opens up everything to you in relation to what you can earn. So silver is around about, qualifying at silver, it's around about $230 a month, including 100 is the 25 customer subscriptions we touched on at the beginning. That takes you into 20% cash bonus. It also opens up everything within the plan itself for you to maximize your earnings. As I said, silver is the building block, and it's the basis that we try to duplicate. That's what the Fast Start program is designed to do, is to help you to duplicate silvers. Because if people are following the plan when they come on as a partner and they qualify for the Fast Start bonuses, they will be silver at the end of it. That makes your business progress predictable, because you can see how you can build the blocks together in order to achieve the goals you've got for yourself. And then it becomes a simple equation of how many silvers do you have to create and where do you create them. And that's a simple goal for pretty much anybody to understand. So let's do that. We take 4 silvers, and that puts you in the position of executive. That group activity generates you around about $920 a month. Now we're getting quite serious. You know, that's the difference between not having a good night out or maybe being able to afford the mortgage, or, you know, it takes the pressure off. At $920 a month, including the phone bonus, which you get for actually achieving this rank. And it gets better because essentially we now build on that, but using the silver as the basic building block. For executives, takes you diamond. You see, it's just a multiplier. So we focus on the activity we have to undertake, teach that group of people that we bring in what we've been doing, educating them on the Fast Start program and helping them to achieve the same thing we did. And then this becomes relatively straightforward in terms of prediction, because you can work that out together with the people you're bringing on board. 4 executives takes you to diamond, $4,600 a month, including car bonus. The car bonus is you get when you reach diamond, as long as you're qualifying at it. And for diamonds, takes you to what's called crown. Now, crown is the first 5-figure income position per month, $13,800 a month, pretty decent income. It makes a big difference to a lot of people who build this alongside what they do. So it's a part-time income, potentially part-time income for a lot of people, but it also delivers a lot of choice, because now you probably are thinking, well, you know, I could give up the day job. And let's face it, a lot of people aren't all that keen on their day jobs. So where this ends up is, as you multiply out, we can move. This is the business potential, the average monthly earnings chart. And as you can see, against each of the ranks here, the numbers get significant moving towards the right, as you would expect, because they're an expression of the scale of an organization. What you should know is that these numbers have been well exceeded. 1-star global president is not the top rank anymore. The chap you see there is Urian Salah. He and his wife Hilda founded the company in 2005. They are partners. They're not executives with the company itself. And as you can imagine from that perspective, they are in the field building organizations. They are now 5-star global president, and well, I don't know what his income is, but it's significantly higher than the global president figure you see there, which is the monthly number. So you can choose where you end up, of course, and that's just a reflection of the activity, the focus and the determination you have to build an organization alongside Zinzino. And as we all know, the potential is enormous. The market's ripe for what we do. The testing sets us apart, and that in turn builds credibility and organizations that sustain because of the subscription model and the focus upon customers. So you choose where you want to end up. Of course, you do start at the base, the first 120 days. We can take you through bronze and silver very simply, very likely gold, and actually quite a lot of people are hitting diamond in that time, and director. And I'm sure there'll be crowns and royal crowns and so on to come as the market expands overall. And I have to say that the US, to me, represents the biggest opportunity on the planet. And it seems that our time has come because so many people are becoming involved now. And there is an acceleration going on in the US market particularly. So you choose where you'd like to end up, focus on doing that. And for help and guidance, then that's what we're here for.